Hi everyone, it's Megan. So today's Tuesday and I was sitting on my couch and I was thinking, what could I do for my blog today? And I thought a Tuesday tip feature would be the coolest thing ever, and it's something I've always wanted to do, so here's my shot, my try at doing it. So welcome to the first installation of Everlasting Presents Tuesday tip. Dun, 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 dun. And today I want to talk to you about two things. I want to talk to you about sponge daubers, which are these little guys right here. Close to My Heart sells them. And I also want to talk to you about color ready ribbon, which you kind of need the sponge daubers for. So this is very exciting. So let's get to it. Sponge daubers. Coolest thing that I ever found out about, right? Because I love inking things. I love putting ink on things. And I always used these Tim Holtz Distressor inks, but they weren't the best for always getting into nooks and crannies of little things if I was cutting out letters, whatever it might be. So when somebody introduced me to sponge daubers close to my heart, I got really excited. And I started thinking of all the different ways that I could use them. So one of the first things I did was I bought some. And the thing about sponge daubers is that you have to have one for each color stamp that you're using, so you can't really reuse them. But the encouraging thing is that you can reuse them on the same colors over and over. So if you use a lot of browns or, you know, whatever, you can get them. They're really inexpensive. So, sponge daubers, very simple. I'm going to move my camera here so you guys can see what I got going on down here. This one right now is in my Lagoon ink, so if I wanted to use it, I would take my Lagoon sponge dauber and just hit it into my stamp pad. I mean, does it get much easier than that? And then what I could do, for example, is I could take this card, right, Blasity Blah Blah card. These are actually the die cut cards from Close to My Heart. The link is right below. But I can like pop this up a little bit by just taking the dauber across the edge and adding color. Do you see that? It is like magic, my friends. So much fun. Right? So I do this to like almost everything I can. The cool thing about this is that when you do it all the way around on a die cut card like this, let me learn how to speak, it really pops some of the cuts as opposed to the plain old version, which is that one. So you can see the difference. And like literally anything that you could imagine you could ink the edge of, you can use these sponge daubers for. Cards, Cricut cuts, letters, chipboard. I use it on everything. Like every project I do, I use these things now. Which brings me to Color Ready Ribbon, which is this fancy little roll of ribbon right here. Color Ready Ribbon is from Close to My Heart, and it is what it explains itself to be. Color ready, ribbon ready to take color. And so I bought it thinking like, oh my gosh, coolest thing ever. I could always have a ribbon for every kind of project I want to do, right? Well, the first time I tried to use this, I stuck it down in the ink on the ink pad, and it was a disaster. It never dried. I was never able to use it, and I got really frustrated. So I want to save you some of the frustration. What you do is you use your dauber to pick ink up off of the ink pad, and I have a piece of Color Ready ribbon right here. You can see. And I've already put some color on it with both my Tulip and my Lagoon ink, which kind of gives it this tie-dye look, right? And I can just hit the ribbon with my ink, and voila! I get a ribbon with different colors. Now you could do the whole ribbon in the same color if you wanted, or you could do like what I'm doing, which is mixing it up. I'm taking some of the pink over here and kind of make a tie-dye thing. I love tie-dye. I don't know about you, but it's my fave. So now I could use this on a card. If I had a longer piece, I could use it on anything, right? It will need to dry a little bit, but you're not putting that much on, so it does dry pretty quickly. So that, my friends, is how you use Color Ready ribbon. And one of my other favorite ways to use these daubers is on bookboard. So I make a lot of mini albums and journals, and unlike, you know, professional bookbinders, I don't always fold my paper around the edges. it's just easier for me this way, and it's just the way that I like to do it. Because what I used to do is paint my edges, so I would paint them white or I would paint them black before I actually adhered my paper to this. So what I do now is I use my Daubers to add my color to the edge. So literally, I'm just going to take this all the way around. And I like it because it adds a little bit of distress to the actual book too. So it gives it kind of like that distressed vintagey look. If I was using white core paper, I might sand the edges of this and then come through with the dauber, which just, gives it more of that distressed look. Also what I can do here, you'll notice that there's this gray book color. If I just take this across the edge, like this, it's going to take all of that away. Now, this isn't the best angle, but... So, it went from blah-zity-blah to ooh, fancy. So, those are the few of the ways that I like to use the sponge daubers. They are only a few bucks, I think, and like I said, the link's right below, so pick some of them up. Like, you are not going to regret it. If you have any type of ink, although I highly recommend Close to My Heart ink, these things are awesome, and they're the coolest ever, and you can do this. What's more fun than that? Anyway, thanks for joining me for my impromptu Tuesday tip here at Everlasting Present, and I hope this becomes a regular thing. We'll see. I want to ask you, what do you have questions about? Post it up in the comments below. Let me know. I would love to answer your crafty questions if you have any. Also, let me know how I did. I love feedback, and I love to hear from you. So have a wonderful Tuesday night, a marvelous Wednesday, and a terrific rest of the week. Thanks for watching. Bye.